and welcome to my new video. As you can see in the title, this list is top 10 fire users in anime, and there's plenty of fire users in top 10 fire users in anime in YouTube right now, but I kind of disagree with those kind of lists because none of them has my favorite characters. So with that being said, it's inspired me to create my own top 10, and please note that this top 10 will be based on my opinion, and if you don't agree, please leave your own top 10 or your own favorite fire users in the comment section below. And please also note that all the photos I use in this video is found on Google. And with that being said, let's get started with this top 10. It's a show that is titled Chivalry of the Failed Knight, and I actually really love this show because the main character, aside from a stereotypical main character from a harem show, is actually did focus his attention on one girl, and it's kind of reminds me of a typical shonen show, and Stella Vermillion is totally worth his hard work for. So you know what, I like Stella Vermillion. He's the typical tsundere, but that's tsundere that is very tolerable, let's just say that. So, and there's only a few tsunderes out there that I can actually tolerate. So with number 10, blazing through number 10 is Stella Vermillion from Chivalry of the Failed Knight, who has like a sword. It's similar to Stella Vermillion, but I think I prefer her better because he does really, compared to Stella is more like a goal for the main character, but for Ayano, more like the main character is a goal for him to achieve and to support him through and through. So I think I prefer her more than Stella Vermillion. So with that being said, my number 9 is Ayano Kanagi from Kaguya No Stigma, from a series called Kaguya No Stigma. Let's proceed then to number 8, and I'm so excited for number 8. Number 8 is gonna be really awesome. It's really nostalgic for me. It will be Shana from Shakugan no Shana, and it's a very OG kind of anime, very relatively old, but kind of like in the 2000s kind of anime. I think, in mid 2000s. So I really love it, and not to mention Shana is kind of an adorable tsundere in my opinion. And you do know I really do love tsunderes as long as they're very tolerable and like a certain explosion mage in the Familiar of Zero. So Shana for me is number 8 in my top 10 fire user. With that being said, let's proceed on to number 7. Let's go for number 7. I really never realized that this guy from Hunter x Hunter, Phaeton, was a fire user until I look him up. But you know what, Hunter x Hunter is one of those show that even the main antagonist, which is the Chimera Ants and Phantom Troop, you love all of them because of the fact that the writer really takes time to draw them out. Not to mention, I really do love Nan. So you know what? This is like a surprise that I'm welcome to have, and I will put Phaeton 7. Heck, I would even put Phaeton against the number 6. I would put him against number 6, which is coming up sooner. So number 7 is Phaeton from Hunter x Hunter. 6 is Muhammad Abdul from the series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Stardust Crusader. And let me tell you guys something. I actually have recently gotten into watching all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure from part 1 to part 5. In fact, I recently caught up to all of Golden Wind, and dude, Muhammad Abdul is by far one of the best characters in and JoJo's Part 3, which is strange because I really do love majority of the characters in Part 3. Polnareff, Kakyoin, and most especially Joseph. Even Joseph at that age, he still retains his let's see, Chad, or his awesome personality from Part 2. Although he did regress because I was kind of disappointed with Hermit Purple. I think he deserves more than Hermit Purple at this point. So with that being said, number 6 for me is Muhammad Abdal, just because I love JoJo's and can't wait for Part 6 anime. So let's get on started with number 5. Number 5 is Ginryusa Yamamoto from Bleach, and just like what I said with the Shakugan no Shana portion, I really do love Bleach, especially Ginryusa Yamamoto. He's such a beast. His attack held off Aizen for God knows how many episodes. So he his attacks held off one of his Zanpakuto held off Aizen for so many episodes. I I don't know how many. It was so long that that I thought of it as really powerful. And when I read the manga for the portion when he was fighting against Yak or Yawak or whatever, I actually did realize that he has a powerful Bankai as well with that instant death kind of thing, with one touch of his blade equals to like instant burn or something. So I kind of love that. I kind of love that get animated, and hopefully it gets animated next year. Yeah, I did heard that Bleach is coming back 2021, and I am quite excited because there's a lot of scene in the manga that I would love to see in the anime. So without further ado, number 5 is Genryusai Yamamoto, the head captain for the Gote 13. So let's proceed into number 4. 4 is Fuigolion Vermillion from Black Clover. I ultimately decided on Endeavor from My Hero Academia, but I actually love Fuigolion Vermillion more because I love Black Clover as a series as a whole. But you know what? I should catch up more on My Hero than I'm going to catch up on Black Clover, like the latest arcs. I haven't been catching up on that in the manga at least. But in the anime, I think I'm gonna catch up on it relatively quick. So I think for this, because I love Black Clover more than My Hero Academia, I put his big sister, Mario Leone, to my top 10 anime badass women. I think I'm gonna put it in the card right there. And I just really wanted to put another member of the Vermillion family in this list. And Fuigolion, for me, I really love his non-judgmental kind of personality. He's the first person, I think, who acknowledges Asta, one of the first person. I think Leopold acknowledges him first as a rival. But with that being said, I love his kind of non-judgmental kind of mentality where everyone is equal within the Magic Nines, basically. I love him that he acknowledges Asta despite him being a peasant and everything. So kudos for him. I really do love his personality. I love the fact that the fire spirit chose him to be his vessel, basically. And overall, I've enjoyed Fuigolion way too much to put him in this list over Endeavor. I might end up eating that words, but when the next season for My Hero Academia rolls around, and you know what, I'm gonna be glad to be eating that word those words if Endeavor will become a better character within the series. So for now, number 4 is Fuigolion from Black Clover. Fuigolion Vermillion from Black Clover. So let's proceed into number 3. Number 3, Sabo and Ace from One Piece. I love me some One Piece. One Piece is by far one of my favorite battle shonen of all time, aside from Naruto, that is. Speaking of which, I have not put any Naruto fans in here because there's no specific fire users, and the Kakashi can use fire styles, but Kakashi and Sasuke, I think you could consider one, but I digress with that. So I don't really consider anyone as exclusive as fire users in anyone in Naruto, because they can do a lot of jutsu more than fire users. So maybe the Uchiha clan. But with that being said, I digress with that. Sabo and Ace are phenomenal characters from me. I love that they're both supportive to Luffy's dream, and I can't really pick one over the other. Luckily, they both got their fire abilities in one single fruit. And by far, I so far love Ace over Sabo, but Sabo is actually, I need to give him a chance because he hasn't really have much screen time. Maybe right after Wano arc is over, maybe a lot of Sabo thing, or maybe right after the current act in Wano, maybe there's like intermission kind of like between acts of Wano arc. Maybe there's like intermission about Sabo and what happened to Sabo and Vivi. So that makes it. I really do love Sabo and Ace. I can't pick one over the other. They're both Luffy's big brother, caring and doting big brother. And overall, I enjoy their character. I love One Piece. So let's roll on to number 2, which is I'm quite excited about. So let's go right ahead. Number 2. Number 2 it holds special to my heart because, as you well know, Fairy Tail is my gateway to anime, and Fairy Tail will always hold a special place in my heart. Natsu Dragneel is one of my favorite main characters. You can say shit like Natsu Dragneel just powers up through power of friendship, but what I really don't care about power of friendship. I love Natsu Dragneel. I love the impact he has on the Fairy Tail Guild. I love how he changed everyone in his guild to be a better person. I really do love him, and as you well know, I love Lucy, and through her interaction with Natsu, she grows to be a more confident and competent wizard, which is a very beautiful relationship between the two. So, what Natsu Dragneel will always be my number 2 in this list. I feel like even if this list will change over time, I feel like Natsu Dragneel will always be in the spot. So it will never be taken out in this list. So number 2 will be Natsu Dragneel from Fairy Tail. Number 1 is Roy Mustang from series Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Oh, sorry, I need to pronounce it the right way. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I think that's probably the correct way, if I'm not mistaken. So, a couple of things actually. There's actually another person I competed over the position number 1. That's Escanor, Lord Escanor from Seven Deadly Sins. But you know what? I really do love Roy Mustang more than Escanor, and as much as I love Escanor in the anime, and I haven't really caught up in that manga, and I don't really plan to catching up in the manga as well. I'm more of an anime only fan, so there's only a few instances when I actually felt that I need to catch up in the manga. So you know what? With that being said, I really prefer Roy Mustang more, because I feel like Roy Mustang has that. He's more of a parental figure to Edward Elric and the Elric brothers basically, and I kind of love that they have like a little bit of parental or guardian kind of relationship between the two. So with that being said, I really love him. He has kind of a wacky attitude, perverted attitude, and my favorite scene, I actually got reminded of it when I was watching one of Lord Noxtaka's video, is the panty speech. I forgot that because it's actually been a while since I've watched Fullmetal Alchemist too. And you know what? I love that scene, the panty scene. I kind of forgot about it because it's been a while since I've watched the show. But you know what? I really do prefer Roy Mustang over Escanor, and I'm not gonna regret this list at all because Roy Mustang is I think a lot. I prefer Roy Mustang's relationship uh, to the Elric brothers more to Escanor and Meliodas' relationship. So with that being said, number one is Roy Mustang, the Flame Alchemist. And call me cliche, but I really love Roy Mustang. He's like my top husbando, if I could consider that. Like top coolest character in all of anime for me. So yeah, with that being said, that's all for today. Thank you for watching my videos, you guys, and if you enjoy my content and want more, please like and subscribe, and please let me know if I missed some awesome fire users in anime, so in the comment section below. So that being said, see you guys for the next video, and please click one of the videos in the on screen right now. So with that being said, see you and have a good day.